Everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story, episode 39 with me, Sid. And last episode we did a little bit of pottering around. We got that going. Let me change my view over here, and I believe, judging by the fact that there's no smoke particles coming out of this, that this charcoal pit is complete. So, yay, go me. This episode, I still need to get into mining. I don't intend to do it this episode. There's still a whole load of things around that I'd like to do. There's some cosmetic things. There's some things that I want to do to prevent repeats of the missing block scenario of 2022. I mean, they were all 2022 because obviously I only started playing this in 2022 and recording it. So, but you know, it just sounds good if you say the episode of 2022. Now, what I have done on these is, is I replaced the ones under the walls with muddy gravel. I don't want to do all muddy gravel, but I think if we could texture this with a mixture of sand, gravel and muddy gravel to go under these walls as well, I basically want to ensure that the walls never vanish again. I also, would like to, wow, they're really, I don't know whether if I wait till the temperature's gone down, because at the moment it's pretty hot in this area, whether that will actually reassert itself as being things. But yeah, if I replace all of the dirt blocks under the walls, and that's these ones, I think I've already more or less got it here, although I might I'll take my chances there. But these walls, then we can kind of set a theme and we can get a gradient going. I also want to experiment with something, because Rorax dropped me a comment on, I think it was a couple of videos ago, saying that you can replace these blocks with, let's not do that, with water by shift. Let's see if we can't. Find. Might have been easier if I experimented with, hello. You see, I'm not entirely sure how. It's definitely not control. That's not playing ball. Either I'm doing something very wrong, or see, that appears to be. I don't know. I think the easiest thing would be just to go and get my materials far, far away from here. How are you doing? Yeah, still not growing. So I think the first thing I need to do is go and get myself some muddy gravel, some gravel, and wow, look at the crop. That is just doing so nicely. Even this one is starting to get somewhere, but that one's put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one here has got 2. That one's there's got, sorry, that one's 3. There's got 3, maybe 4. That one's got 4. That one's got 3. This one has actually done pretty poor, as has this one actually. But the long story is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Take away 8 leaves 14. And that's assuming that this one doesn't do anything. That is more. So we've got 14, which makes a whole load of stuff. That can go in the thing. We've got enough to make another crop without losing any. That is pretty good. Right. Let's go get gravel. I'm going to head to the far end of the lake and do a little bit of digging. I will see you in a bit. Alright, at the end of a successful day, we have come back. We have just mined out the last of the charcoal, of which we got about 100 pieces of charcoal. That should be enough to last us for a goodly a goodly amount of time. So we can throw that in there. I picked up a whole load of cat roots, so we can. What I would like to do is get my cattails better organised outside, as well. Maybe build this floor up and just get like almost like a field of these cattails laid out, so we can harvest them a lot easier. Again, this is not something I intend to do today, but while I was digging up the gravel, I didn't want to waste the roots, and needless to say, I didn't want to waste the cattails. I came back on the way after I'd done it. I had kind of had enough digging for one day, so I went and quarried for a while, and actually we do need to drop off that as well. Now, what have I got in addition to that? You see, what I'm not seeing is any gravel. And I think gravel would be an ideal companion block to add texture, because I don't want it all to be the same block. So texture is the name of the game, and the easiest way to achieve that is to vary the blocks. The sand for this area, which we've seen from the pumpkin patch, is a very sandy orange sand. It's sandstone, and it's the traditional beach sand colour that we have. So we could do with something more like maybe a dark, if I can find the map, I keep pressing journey map. Obviously down, where are we? Let me just centre on me. Down from me here, we've got this patch, which is a kind of a dry brown colour. And then you've got this, which is a very pale, but I don't think that would work at all. But you've got this, and then you've got whatever this is. So I think we're going to head this way. I'm going to get the make sure I've got plenty of. Well, I have got a reasonable amount of food. I think down here there's a different type of rock and thing again. So just basically head out and get a whole load of samples. Now that has got 2 servings of food in it. I can go and do that. I will take my good axe and I'll leave that one just in case it runs out. Let me just go and grab some bread out of the cellar. I think in terms of food, we've got quite a lot stockpiled now. I mean, it's still not enough. We're still going to want to do some good prep for winter. This is this is a strange thing that the living you do in the summer as a peasant farmer is pretty much so you can then live in the winter. It really doesn't make a lot of sense when you actually start to think about it. But yeah, once we've got that in place, then I want to work on the paths between areas, and I want to widen them up so they are, I think, 3 wide. I think because the path block, if we have a look at that, because I need to double check out what I need anyway. Stone path is just 4 stones and a bit of thing, so we can make quite a bit of that. You get 16 per stack of 4, which is, and we can also do boardwalk. that's 112. So that is not quite as efficient as the other things, but again, round the house I might want to put boardwalk down rather than path blocks. Who knows? However, it is it's 9. Yeah, let's have a nice sleep, and we'll continue in the morning with a trip out to the south to go and find some building materials. This is, you know, you kind of got to a point of sufficiency when you can start to actually worry about the cosmetics of a build rather than the practical functionality of the build, which, you know, is way less. Early doors, it's really important, you know, because everything is about surviving. Everything's about things. There's nothing about no. That's fine. Get out. Everything's about just getting through day to day, hand to mouth, almost, as this saying goes. But once you get to a little bit further in, and this is true, I think most video games, you know, you just have to look 7 days to die, for example. You know, early doors, you're just panicking continuously because you're just this close to death all the time. Whereas a little bit further, and you can relax. You basically go in, yeah, nah, that's not a problem. I'll survive, and you just get on with it. So I'm going to head down south. I will see you when I get there. Alright, here is the first of the terrain types. Now this is claystone gravel. I don't think it's really quite what I'm looking for. But let's grab, how much space have I got? I've got plenty. Let's take a stack or two of this. I've got plenty of flints, so it's not a problem for making the what's the word I'm looking for here? The shovels, that's it. And we can dig in this area, pass the night if we need to. It's not a problem. We know there is a wolf pack to the north of us, and hopefully that's where they'll stay. But let me just keep you on there. As I say, a couple of stacks would be ideal, I think, of this. And I'm actually not going to worry about preserving the terrain because it's so far away from where we live. The impact of strip mining out a chunk of this is really not going to make a real blind bit of difference. The only thing perhaps I should have done is made a metal shovel to speed this up a little bit, but you know what, I have time. What I don't have is ample supplies of bronze, for example, so you know, might as well just use the flint at my disposal and just chisel all of that out and, you know, use I won't use the word well, I suppose it is sustainable. I mean, there's plenty of flint in the world, so it will last and it will do the job for us. So yeah, let me I'm going to go have a look at that, and then we're going to go and have a look at the yellow one over there, and we're also going to go have a look at the dark stuff down there. Back in a second. I knew it. The moment I decided to go away, heavy temporal storm. Sun is going down, so I need to get a wiggle on, because I'm a long way from home. I really don't want to weather a temporal storm out in the middle of nowhere. And I don't think if I sleep the night away, I've actually got time to get back. So I think I have got to get my running shoes on before the sun goes fully down and get as close to home as possible, because this could be awkward. It's a pain because I've got myself down here and obviously now I've got to get back, which is such a waste. Now, I mean, there are things I could pillar up and just put a slab on the top, or there's plenty of things I could do to cheese it, but I might as well go home and cheese it in the base that I created specifically, sorry madam, specifically for cheesing it, really. I've got a goodly amount of gravel. I just didn't get to go down further south and look at those, I think, the different rock types, and maybe have a look at some andesite sand or something, maybe a I don't know how that died. I mean, it looked like it threw it. It committed suicide, but I suppose anything's possible. Whee! Oh, that was entertaining. Anyway, yeah, I need to get back, and we'll make do with what we have, really, I think, and hopefully I shouldn't run into any wolves this way, because I kind of came down this way, and but there's always a chance, so let's just keep my eyes about me, and well, I will see you. That looked like a wolf. Let's stay well clear. I think that was a wolf over there, and it looked like it might have been chasing. Could have been a fox, I suppose. You know what? No. If it's a wolf, I can deal with it. If it's 3 wolves, I can't, but if it's a wolf, it's an option. I would say that is a wolf, and it is heading my way anyway. Where are you? He's a tough one. Come on, you. Don't you try. What am I doing? Why am I sneaking when I want to be running now? Where? I'm fairly certain there are no wolves over this way. Come on. Right, that's a bit more leather. Oh, boom. And then we can get home. And guess what, Mr. Wolf? Tonight, your supper. Right, I need to get home. So I will see you back at the ranch. Okay, we're up in the storm tower, and we are going to hit the sleep button, because I've heard it said that you can actually sleep through a temporal storm. I've never tried it because I've never really had a save. No, you can't. Give me that before something spawns on it. Yeah, we definitely got a temporal storm. It definitely didn't give us any favours. Ugh, hate these things. Anyway, yeah, we're going to do the usual. We're going to hide out up here until the storm's over. So I'll see you in a bit. Thankfully, that's over. It is 7, so it's 5 hours in game that took. And some of the noises that I was hearing from down there were truly terrifying. So we'll leave those guys, to their entertainment. and we'll just come over here and we'll work on the other side of the thing. Yeah, so I definitely want to try and rationalise my reed farm element of this and move all the reeds around and everything. This path I would really like to be 3. I don't think I can get away with 3. I think unless I landscape this a bit better, which I could. I've got a reasonable amount of stuff going on. Now the path in here is fine. That works. Out here, however, this is where I want to up my, not there, but there. I want to up my pathing and get a proper good walkable path going between the blocks. And I've made 128 blocks of path, which should be enough to see me quite a ways. So we kind of come over to here and we'll get me path blocks down while the world gets itself sorted out. But then I would like to, now this will only be 2 wide, but if I kind of do a 3 and a 3 and a 2 like that, I'd like to have a path that runs up, not all the way out, but as far as the fire pit. Oh, my shovel broke. Boo-hoo. Like so. So we get that going, and then from here on this side, and I'm going to need to make myself a new shovel because I'm not doing this by hand. I wonder whether a bronze, what's a bronze pick 500 as against a 90, so it'll last 5.5, give or take, times as long as a flint shovel, which doesn't seem that long actually when you start looking at it in terms of that. So from there we're going to come out and we'll come out 1, 2, and I think we'll just come out to 3 here, and then we'll go past this tree which we deliberately planted to give us some foliage in the area. But I do want to increase the size of the, do I need to increase the size of the goat pen? I suppose I don't really, do I? As long as we do that there, and then we can maybe get myself back here, come out 1, and then start curving. Till we get to about here, and then when we get to here we'll start bringing it back over a little bit, just to give it an organic feel. And maybe come another 1 and then curve again. How does that feel? It feels a little bit angular, but I'm not entirely sure whether I'll have enough path blocks to do all of this. So the resource intensiveness of this game is actually quite scary. Just how many basic resources you go through to just get something as simple as a little path. Go away, I don't want to have to replace you in a... No, I think we need to do that. And this. Just to widen that path. The path just adds to this, really. It means I could potentially bring the wall for here, but and then when we're coming over to here, I've only got 21 blocks. So, but if I start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Apparently that was a lake I covered over and didn't do a proper job. Okay, doesn't matter. But from here, we can then start curving like that. Oh, hello. And we can make ourselves another shovel. I don't know how much. Let me just see how far this is going to extend before I run out. And even though this is only dry dirt, I am going to stick to the philosophy of waste not, want not, because you know it's a good habit. And I could actually do the path on this side just 2 wide, for example. It doesn't have to be 3 wide. Yeah, need to do that, don't I? Boop. And there we go. Get another shovel on the go. Craft another shovel. In you go. You go there, and I've got 4. So from here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've certainly got enough to make more paths, so let's do that while we can. And then what I think I'd like to do is maybe get some lighting sources put in, and I don't really want to go at this stage. Lanterns are just more than I think I can afford to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got the soil, that's fine then. They don't go a long way, I know that much. And throw those in there. I do want that and that. I'm going to go without the sand. I don't think the sand is necessary, but I may take a stack of that as well. What you got? Fire clay, yeah, reed basket, nothing much in there. That's all wooden stuff. That's all various things. I don't think there's much in any of those. That's coal, actually, interestingly. But I think I've got a few spare bowls, and I can always make more bowls. That's not a significant issue. But what I think would work well is maybe coming around like this and branching this path off like so, and there, oh hello, maybe just taking it 2 wide, and then seeing whether I can connect it up to the 1 wide. That's I don't know about that, hang on. No, I think oh hello, you're a shovel block, are you? Okay, that's fine. Chuck down a bit of that, and then just continue on down here, which of course is going to go splash because it's a water source. But that's fine. Again, we'll get this. I will need to take the path up to the vineyard as well, but that's for another day. And we're just kind of aiming to... So I've got 38, half 38 is 15, 19, so I can definitely go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From there, we'll just come around like that. And then we'll bring this in and we'll widen that other path at a later... Well, we can do a little bit of it now, I suppose. At least as... Oops. So we get, you know, you're starting to see a path network, and as the paths grow, we'll put some more trees in some key locations, get them to grow up. I'll probably extend the wall out and then further around here and maybe put a little garden in just for the sake of having a garden. You know, no solid reason. And then we can come around maybe here. Give you a nice little curve, and I think maybe too wide at this side, even though this is kind of technically the front door. Oh, hello. No, I'll just break it. Not bothered about the roots on that one. We'll put you down, we'll stick you there, we'll go down, and I'm going to so this will come like that, and then we'll just have a single one coming out there, I think. But that does mean that I need to expand all of this out, and I don't want to have a solid drop off the edge there, so maybe like that. That works, I think. Gets rid of a little bit of dirt. So that's that. And there's more work to be done on the path. Let's go around and just have a look at these walls now, because they are a concern for me, in that they vanish ludicrously easily, and I wasn't happy that could happen, obviously. So we'll throw one of them there, another one there, grab a little bit of claystone gravel, chuck one down, chuck one there, we'll grab a little bit of slate gravel, and we can throw one of those in there. And you can see it kind of textures, gives it almost like a edge of the wall, well, under the wall vibe, which is... Is that a rabbit? It's a very slow moving rabbit. It soon moved fast enough when it saw me though, didn't it? So again, we'll dig out underneath these and make myself another shovel. I really should just make a metal shovel and stop being a cheapskate, to be honest, shouldn't I? So let me pull this together. I'm not going to go. I might just do at the moment the goat's enclosure and this one, because these are both the areas where I have lost blocks. So I want to make sure there's virtually no chance of me losing any more blocks. So yeah, I'll get that done and I shall be back in a moment. Alright, I've thrown some of these oil lamps on just crude fences, the rough hewn versions, and they add a certain ambience to the area without being overly illuminating, which I think works nicely. I have brought a few oak tree saplings out. I think I would like to plant one of those there. It'll take a while to grow, so there's no great rush, and maybe we'll put one there, and maybe even one over there. And that's, again, it's just going to, when they grow up, add a certain ambience to the area. Now, I'm happy with that. I'm also conscious that my last several episodes of everything have been particularly long. So I'm going to get a mega screenshot. I'm going to call this an episode, because I'm sure I'm up to time anyway. We achieved a little bit. It's not a huge amount. Obviously, we've gone through a temporal storm, so I've now got in the region of 9 or so days until the next one, which is good, you know. So we can continue on developing this kind of line of thought. I probably need to kill some more animals, get some more fat, so I can make some more of these. The bowls are easy, they're just clay, but yeah, let's see how this goes. But I'm happy we've covered that wall, we shouldn't get any more vanishing walls. If we do, well, I don't know. Anyway, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. Till next time, see you soon.